Well, a couple of weeks ago, we spoke about life insurance, the money that gets paid out on your death. However, if something worse happens and you don't die but are unable to earn any money, your family remains dependent on the income that you no longer have. You're now sitting at home watching them struggle. And I can't think of anything worse. What a catastrophic outcome for anybody. How do we protect ourselves against not being able to earn an income because of some sort of illness or disability, Warren?
I think it's possibly one of the most expensive forms of assurance, especially if you're young and you've got a long career ahead of you. But just to understand that, even if you live in a country where you've got social security, where you've got access to public health care, that's not necessarily going to match the lifestyle that you were living before you became disabled. And so I think a lot of people are incredibly complacent about this. They go, well, it's fine. I'll be medically, my costs will be covered by the government, and I'll earn some kind of a social security income. Whether you get cancer, whether you're disabled in an accident, it doesn't matter. The outcome is the same. You're unable to work. You're unable to look after the people that are dependent on you, or at least to contribute if you were one of the contributors to the family income. And so I think understanding that what you're looking for here is the ability to try and insure against the loss of income that you had before, whether that's called dread disease or disability. Disability insurance doesn't matter. I think it's making sure that you've covered for all of those things. And what you don't want to do is rely on the state system in a situation like this. You want to make sure that you've got sufficient cover to match the lifestyle that you are living today.
State systems are stretched all over the world, and here's the problem. So we end up insuring ourselves against many potential failures or perceived failures or future failures. So we insure ourselves privately through education, through personal security, through medical insurance, because we don't like the state system. We don't share wards with others if we get hospitalized. We then buy life insurance and disability insurance and dread disease cover. Before you know it, a big chunk of your monthly income, money that could have gone to productive assets, to investments, Warren, is being chewed up by something we may never need. And that's why the resentment builds 10, 15 years into these products, and people get fairly fed up about it because they look at money for which they've had no return whatsoever.
So I think understanding the dynamic here is that as you get older and you have accumulated more and more capital, you should be reducing your at least your disability insurance. Maybe you don't want to reduce your chances of getting a payout in the event of cancer or something like that. Dread disease, the chances naturally increase as we get older. Yeah. But when you're young and you've got a great potential and lots of ability to earn income, that is your biggest asset. Your ability to earn an income for the next 25 years is the biggest thing you have in the asset side of your personal balance sheet, and you have to protect yourself against that. But when you're 55, focusing on disability insurance doesn't make sense. Potentially you should be cutting your disability insurance values every single year as you get older, and then save more and more of that money for your productive assets, as you mentioned.
What action can I take, Warren, in order to ensure that I am not overpaying, being overinsured, which is a weird concept, but it is a concept where you're ending up spending so much money on preventing a potential catastrophe in future that you are creating another catastrophe for yourself because there just isn't other money to invest?
Go and review what you have today. Go and see on your assurance policies, whether it's life assurance, because sometimes they link to disability as well. Go and understand, if you're employed in a large company, what are the benefits that you're given in that business? If you're in a country where you get social security as well, go and understand what it is that you are covered for, and then are there any gaps between what you're going to get from that cover and what you are currently earning.
Warren Ingram, Certified Financial Planner. Thank you.